Dear students, I am Dr. Rakesh Tiwari from KMT Government Girls College, Raigad. I have been assigned to prepare video lectures on fourth unit of second semester MA English for our university, Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bilaspur. In this unit, we have two authors. The first one is Catherine Mansfield, and the second writer is Chekhov. This section is, or this unit is related to short story. So we will try to make 2 to 3 videos on Catherine Mansfield Park, and similarly 2 video lectures on Chekhov. Short story, as we know, is very much popular in 20th century. Short story usually is a work of prose fiction. Much of its constituent elements are compounded of the same elements as we find in novels. It means the novels and short stories are mostly compounded of the similar elements. There has been the difference, but this difference is in dimension, magnitude, and you can say canvas in which the things are presented by the writers. The short stories also, like novels, have plot, and in the plot there is a beginning, middle, and the end. This plot may, like novel, be the comic one, tragic, romantic, satiric, and like novels, it also carries some points of view. But in spite of its various similarity, there are the differences between these two genres. The novel and short stories differ in dimension, that is in magnitude, its length. If we recall Edgar Allan Poe, sometimes he is considered as the originator of the stories as a specific genre. Poe says that a prose tale, short story is a prose tale, or as a narrative that can be read at one sitting of 1.5 to 2 hours and limited to certain unique or single effect. Hence, the question arises that here the difference leads that there has to be the economy of management in short story. It brings tightness of the form. It imposes to some degree on the story writer. It has to follow the limited characters. In novels, we find there is a scope for various events and many things can be discussed and detailed at a large scale. Whereas in short story, we do not find that much of space and time to discuss those things, or the elaborate discussion is possible or description is possible in short stories. So rather it imposes some restrictions in some degree on the story writers to limit their characters, to limit their, you can say, viewpoints, and to limit their canvas. There is no space for leisurely analysis and sustained development of the characters as we find in the case of novels. It cannot undertake or develop a dense and detailed social milieu as does the novelist. The novelist has enough scope, since its canvas is bigger, to give a detailed milieu and to develop a dense description of the things that comes on the way of its setting. Particularly, the short story flourished more in America than in England. So we can say the short story is a dramatic narrative with single effect. It differs in length. It differs in plot construction also. There is enough scope for subplots in novel, whereas we do not find such liberty in the hands of the story writers to develop any subplot in the story. In novel, we can have the complexity of the characters. Many things can be discussed in and described in detail because there the time and space permits these things to articulate them in depth or in detail. There is a deeper exploration of larger number of characters in novel, whereas this liberty is not there with the short story writer. Here, in the short story, we find that one prominent character, particularly the protagonist, may be there, and around him or her, the story revolves around. Definitely, the short story demands the economy of words. In novel, we have the time to explore the characters, the setting, the subplots, and the sweeping events that can be taken into account in novels, whereas we do not have such a scope in short stories. Short stories has one main character particularly, and particularly, I mean, the story develops around him. Though that character's point of view is often expressed through the story, novel has a cast of character. Any of the characters that we find there, they do not get much scope to develop. Sort of stories take place few hours or days, whereas in novel there is a possibility of years of time, and the generation of characters are accommodated in the novels. This is how we can distinguish or differentiate between the genres of story, short stories, and novels. Next to this, we will try to focus on the biographical sketch of Catherine Mansfield. Catherine Mansfield, no doubt, is a signature in the writing of short stories in 20th century England. She was born on 14th October 1888 and died on 9th January 1923. She has been writing under her pen name Catherine Mansfield, whereas her original name has been Kathleen Mansfield Beauchamp. She is the modernist short story writer. She was born in New Zealand, Wellington. She, for 4 years, 4 to 5 years, has stayed in a suburban area of New Zealand, and which she considers that her best part of her life has been spent there. Again, she moved to England for a study. She was admitted to Queen's College along with her sister. She came back again to New Zealand, and then she again moved to England, and from there she had been writing continuously. She developed friendship with D.H. Lawrence, the renowned novelist, and Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf sometimes even had a jealousy of, uh, was jealous of, rather, we can say, uh, Catherine Mansfield, the way she has been writing. It has been unfortunate that this great growing writer could not live for more than 34 years. Though she had been from a renowned family of New Zealand, her grandfather was a parliamentarian, and her father has been the, you can say, chairman of the Bank of New Zealand. So this family has been socially renowned. Catherine Mansfield began to write from her very childhood. Her first story appeared in High School Reporter and the Wellington Girls High School magazine. She first and formally published or printed series in Society magazine of New Zealand Graphic and Ladies Journal. In 1903, as we discussed earlier, that she moved to England, Queen's College with her sisters, and there also she was passionately contributing to the college magazine, and that's how eventually she became the editor of that magazine. She was very much influenced by the French symbolists and Oscar Wilde. In the next part of our video, we will go through, or we will try to summarize the main story of A Cup of Tea. This story I think you might have gone through in your BA second year literature also. And we will try to focus on the opinions of the critics and how her writing has been influential through her unique way of prose style.